Welcome to Anara Healing Space for You, a sacred space dedicated to your inner healing. Today, we reflect upon a profound teaching of the Buddha, a gentle yet deeply important reminder. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. For much of our lives, we chase peace out in the world, through work, achievements, relationships, or approval. We believe that once everything outside settles down, we'll finally feel calm inside. But the truth is, that moment almost never comes. The Buddha never told us to run away from the world. He simply encouraged us to pause, to stop, to come back to ourselves, to return to the breath, to return to the stillness that has always been there beneath all thoughts and inner turbulence. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to become anyone else. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy of peace. You simply need to come back to yourself, to that place where ego, anxiety, and craving fall silent. Suffering, the Buddha taught, does not come from life itself, but from our attachment to how we want life to be. We resist the present. We live in the past. We fear the future. We're rarely truly here, in the now. But in this very moment, as you breathe, you can let it all go. Let go of tension in your body. Let go of the voice of judgment in your mind. Let go of needing to control or know what comes next. Just return to the now. Quietly feel your presence. Quietly recognize that peace is not in the noise, but between the noise. Not in what we possess, but in the silent awareness that witnesses everything. When the Buddha awakened under the Bodhi tree, he didn't gain something new. He simply realized an eternal truth, that the nature of the mind, when untouched by greed, hatred, and delusion, is naturally clear, compassionate, and still. And so he said, "Be a light unto yourself. Be your own refuge. Peace is not a prize someone else can give you. Peace is a return to something that has always been within you. When you stop chasing, you begin to see. When you stop clinging, you begin to feel. And then, perhaps you'll whisper to yourself, 'So this is it. I've already been whole all along.' You might ask, 'If peace has always been within me, why can't I feel it?' The answer lies in ignorance. Not in a negative sense, but in the Buddhist understanding of the mind not yet fully awake. Just as the moon is always full, but sometimes hidden by clouds, our mind's true nature is clarity, calm, and luminosity. But when it's clouded by restless thoughts, worry, and ego, we can no longer see the light. The Buddha taught, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. This isn't loneliness. It's profound self-mastery. When we begin to observe ourselves deeply, we realize this body is impermanent. These emotions are impermanent. Even these thoughts are just passing visitors. So what is lasting? It is the knowing mind, the quiet awareness that watches all things rise and fall. Try taking a pause each day, even just for a few minutes. Sit down, close your eyes, place your hand on your heart and ask, how am I really feeling right now? No judgment, no fixing, just pure, full presence. This is meditation. And meditation is not something distant or mystical. It is simply being fully present with what is. And in that presence, truth is revealed. Little by little, you will see. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the capacity to stay grounded even in the middle of problems. And that is wisdom. The insight the Buddha awakened to and left behind as a timeless path for all beings. True peace is not something to be achieved. It is something to be uncovered gently within the stillness of your own heart. It arises not from doing more, but from being fully present, from listening without rushing to respond, from observing your mind without clinging to every thought. When you stop running, even for a moment, you will begin to notice that peace has always been there, not outside, not in the future, but in the space between your thoughts. The Buddha taught that suffering arises when we grasp for control, for certainty, for identity. But when we release this grasping, we return to our natural state, a quiet awareness that needs nothing to be whole. Each breath you take mindfully is a step on the path. Each moment of compassion toward yourself is a step on the path. You don't have to walk fast. You only have to walk gently and keep returning. Peace is not far. It is right here, in this very breath. Once you begin to truly listen to yourself, you'll realize it's not the outside world that exhausts you, but the way you respond to it. It's not because the workload is too much, but because you haven't paused to breathe. It's not others who hurt you, but your lingering hope that they should make you happy. And when you see that clearly, you begin to let go. Letting go of expectations, letting go of blame, letting go of fear. Peace is the fruit of mindful release. You don't let go because you're powerless. You let go because you understand. What doesn't belong to you, let it pass. Like a lake, when the water is stirred, the bottom remains hidden. But when the surface is still, everything becomes clear. So too with the mind. When illusions settle, wisdom and compassion naturally arise. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha taught, mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind-wrought. If with a polluted mind one speaks or acts, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the ox's hoof. If with a pure mind one speaks or acts, happiness follows like a shadow that never leaves. Gently remind yourself each day. You don't need to be perfect to be at peace. You don't need all the answers to feel grounded. You just need to be fully present with yourself, here and now. If a negative thought arises, observe it like a passing cloud. No need to fight it, no need to hold it. Just witness it, then let it float away. You are not the cloud, you are the sky. Practice slowing your breath. Practice eating mindfully, walking mindfully, speaking mindfully. And soon you'll see, even ordinary moments can become meditation. Nothing is too small to be a sacred pause. A warm cup of tea, a sunset's glow, a bird's song. All can be invitations to return to your inner stillness. And if one day you find your heart a little more at peace, smile gently, for that is the sign that the seed of mindfulness is beginning to sprout within you. There's no need to rush. Even 1 minute of returning to yourself each day is already precious. As long as you remember to come back, you are still walking the right path, and from that returning, light will continue to spread, not only within you, but to those around you as well. And remember, no one else can walk this path for you. The Buddha has shown the way, but the steps are yours to take. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything. Just one mindful step, one conscious breath, and you're already on your way home. In every moment, you have a choice to return or to keep drifting in the current of life. If today you chose to pause and listen, that alone is a sign. You've begun your journey back to peace. Life may still be full of challenges, but your heart is different now, no longer swept away. You know how to breathe when storms arrive, how to smile in the face of pain, and how to be grateful even in imperfection. And that is the clearest sign. You are waking up. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. May you always find the light within you, no matter what the world outside may bring. May you always return to yourself, where peace has never left. When your mind becomes still enough, you'll hear the deepest voice within. Not a voice of demand or judgment, but a gentle whisper saying, "You are on the right path. Keep going." Be patient. Peace doesn't always come instantly, but each mindful step brings you closer to inner freedom. Eventually, you'll come to understand. Peace is not a destination. Peace is the path. If today you feel even a little lighter, a little calmer, a little more grounded, then that is the gift the Buddha hoped you would give yourself. Protect that seed of peace. Water it each day with mindfulness, with kindness, with awareness. And soon, the garden of your consciousness will bloom. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to return to yourself. True peace is not just about finding calm for yourself. It's about helping others find their calm too. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. May you walk peacefully on your own path. Slowly but steadily. Quietly but radiantly.